This meeting is being recorded.
Yesterday you have seen first program, it is not completed. See, first we created one first tab folder. Okay, we created first tab folder. After that we entered first tab. Now we created one first tab folder. With that we entered. After that we created WebINF folder. After that we entered into WebINF. Next, classes. Here we return program start notepad first solid .java. We return this program, we return. Okay, now after this one directory back. After this we return XML. Okay, this XML I didn't explain. Okay, after this now after this line now note down the continuation node on cd two dots, it will come back. So this is you return XML file. After that these steps node on, we have to create war file now. So present after writing XML file, cursor will be here only. So we have to come back here. Okay, you click on view options and click on zoom ratio to get a full screen. Click on view options, click on zoom ratio, then you can see full screen. If full screen is not visible, just click on view options, click on zoom ratio, select the ratio whichever is suitable for your laptop or desktop. Zoom ratio will not appear. First click on view options. View options you click, then zoom ratio appears. How many people are getting off screen? Just raise your hand. How many people are getting off screen? Out of 353, 278, 18 members means problem your side only. Check it. Just click on view options, click on zoom ratio. Okay. Now see, after writing web.xml file, working directory WebINF. Just if you write two dots, cd two dots, it will come to first tab. Here we have to create war file. You already studied steps to develop internet web application. Steps to develop in web application. First, create a web application folder structure. We created first tab WebINF classes. That is over. Second step, create and compile web application source code. Nothing but solid program. That is over. Third step, write XML file deployment descriptor. That is over. Last step, creating war file. Write this one. jar cvf first dot war space dot. I'll explain each and everything. I'll explain. Write it. XML file I didn't explain. I have to explain. cd two dots. It will come back. Here jar space cvf space first dot var space dot. Jar cvf space first dot var space dot. Let us write it. Is it over? Jar space cvf space first dot var space dot. Here space also important, dot also important. Okay. Now I'll explain. Now note down jar. It is a JDK tool and it is used to create jar files, comma, var files, comma, ER files, and rar files. It is a JDK tool and it is used to create jar files, var files, ER files, and rar files. Same tool for jar file, var file, ER file, and rar file. For all files, same tool. It is a JDK tool and it is used to create jar files, var files, ER files, and rar files. Java archive, web archive, enterprise archive, resource archive. Archive you can call, archive also you can call. Spelling is same, but pronunciation different. Say your Java programs, if you want to create as a one component, that is jar. Web application, if you want to create a component, var. Now you are creating var file now. Enterprise application, Spring Enterprise, at the time ER file. Your programs you are creating as a resource, rar file. Like that. Jar file nothing but you studied already jar, OJDBC 8_G dot. These are nothing but libraries. All library classes they'll pack together, they'll place in jar. So jar nothing but in a Windows environment, zip software is ZIP, zip, that type. Java environment jar. Hundreds of files we can group together as a one file. That is zip software. With zip software, we will make a zip, no? Suppose 100 files are there. You want to send to your friend. What will do? 100 files will make it as one file, zip file. That is, you'll attach to mail, you'll send. After receiving your friend, what you'll do? You'll unzip. Again, you'll get it all. So 100 files, you'll make it as one file with the zip software. That is, you'll send. Your friend will receive. You'll extract. Again, you'll get it same. That is what is the benefit is programmer point of view, burden reduced. Operator point of view. See, suppose 100 zip software is not there, assume. Then how will send? One file will attach. 100 files you have to attach. Okay. With zip software, 100 files you are making as one file, you are attaching, you are sending. While sending, attaching also, data compressed you observe. 100 MB data, maybe it will become 60 MB, 70 MB. Data compressed. Like compressing algorithms will be there. With that data compressed, without losing data. Data will not loss any data. Still, as it is, you'll get it again. Compressed file, again if you extract, again 100 MB comes. So data just compressed. That is, you'll send. Downloading time also you can reduce. Okay, downloading very quickly, download it. After that, again if you extract, again 100 MB comes. Like that. So in a Windows environment, we are calling zip files. Windows environment, we are calling zip files. Java environment, we are calling jar files. So Java programs, you are going to make as a one jar file. But internet application, web application war file. But here also Java files. Here also Java files only. Here also dot Java dot class these only. Here also dot class. Here also dot class. Here also dot class. Here also dot class. Dot class files only will make it generally. Dot class or dot Java. Now Java programs, if you want to make it as your own library, in that situation jar. It is web application. Server understands only var. That's what web application var file. Enterprise application ER. Resource archive rar file. These two you will study in J2EE. Now you are learning jar and var only here. This is a command is same. See, you studied Java C, Java compiler. That is Java C JDK tool for compilation, and Java execution purpose, Java launcher, Java P, Java profiler, like that jar. Java C, Java, Java P, Java, the jar. These all comes under JDK tools. Say C drive, program files, Java, JDK, bin. Here we have all. You observe. Jar, Java. See. So here Java, Java C, all we have. Here jar, Java C, Java P, see Java P. These are called JDK tools. These are called JDK tools. Okay. Now jar is a JDK tool with Java software on it comes. Now these all you can creating purpose. Jar command I used it. CVF. What is CVF? Note on. C means create. V means verbose. That means details displayed with verbose output. F, file to be created. C means create. V means verbose. F means file to be created. C means create. V means verbose. F means file to be created. CVF, three options we have to specify. We are creating, that's what C. While creating, if you want to display details, V. File to be created, which file? First.var, that is specified. After that dot we written dot. Dot meaning all files and folders of current directory. Nothing but folder. All files and folders of current folder. Dot. C means create, V means verbose, details displayed. F means file to be created. Dot. All files and folders of current directory. Nothing but folder. Is it over? See here. What we written see? Now jar. We are creating either jar file or var file or rar file, ER file, like that. C, we are creating. B, while creating, displaying. File to be created. Which file? First what var. In this var file, what you want to place? Dot. That means all files and folders of current directory. Current directory is first tab. Whatever is there, that is packed. Whatever is there in first tab folder, that is packed into first.var. If I enter, see, it is displayed, details displayed. If you don't write V, see, if you don't write V, if you don't write V, created but not displayed. You observe, is it displayed? No. Now if I write v displayed. Okay. So here what is happened, see, added manifest, first line added manifest, nothing but for creating this jar file, creating this war file, which version software we used, that information added, the compatibility purpose, with which version software had created, and on which date it is created, at what time created, that information added. After that, adding webinf folder added, classes folder added, first solid.class added, first solid.java added, web.xml added. Whatever is there in this folder, that is added. While adding, data compressed, see, in 738 bytes, out 448 bytes, deflated 39% compressed. Here 315 bytes in, 201 out, 36% compressed. Here 232 in, out 98, 57% compressed. So memory size also decreased, you observe. So data compressed. Now that is completed. Developing first application is completed. After that, how to run this application? Creating is completed. Okay. So our war file first dot war is there, no? That is only our project. Welcome program also on project. Real time project also project only. Okay. Now welcome program onwards up to project, same procedure. Now creating completed. Now how to run this application? Now done. To run the above application, to run the above application, follow the steps. To run the above application, follow the steps. Now first we have to start the server. Start Tomcat web server. Second, open Tomcat homepage. Third step, open web application manager. Next, deploy a war file on Tomcat server. Open the browser. Send the request from browser. Start Tomcat web server, open Tomcat homepage, open web application manager, deploy a war file on Tomcat server, open the browser, send the request from browser. Start Tomcat web server, open Tomcat homepage, open web application manager, deploy a war file on Tomcat server, open the browser, send the request from browser. Now, how to start Tomcat server, already written notes. How to open Tomcat homepage, already written notes. How to open web application manager, already written notes. These three already is there, no? Now deployment I'll show you. See, deploy nothing but it is server. It is war file we created. This is war file. First.war created. This is if you copy in server, that is called deploying. If you remove from server, that is called undeploying. That's it. Okay. Now, how to start server? You already studied. How to open home page? You studied. How to open web application manager? You studied. Now I'll open start. I'll start the server. C drive, program files, Apache Software Foundation, Tomcat 10.0, bin. You have to double click. Yes. These are already steps you written. At last one message comes, server startup in some milliseconds. Now see, server startup in milliseconds. Okay, now server is running. That is over. After that, next what you have to do? Open web Tomcat homepage. That means how to open, you study, no? Open the browser. Here, type http:// localhost 8082. Port number we changed. This is home page. Okay, Tomcat home page. After this, open web application manager. How to open? Manager app. Here username admin, password admin. Click on sign in button. This is we got it. Now write it. Next write it. To deploy a war file. To deploy war file. First, click on choose file button. Click on choose file button. Click on choose file button. Okay. Click on choose file button. Note down. Here you observe. Click on choose file button in web application manager page. Click on choose file button in web application manager page. Click on web choose file button in web application manager page. Next, select the war file. Select the first.war file from first tab folder. Select the first.war file from first tab folder. See, here choose file. Now C drive, first tab folder, first.war. Click on open button. Click on open button. Click on deploy button. Click on open button. Click on deploy button. Is it over? See, here choose file button I clicked. I selected first.war. Now I'm going to click on deploy button. Then if I click on deploy, here message OK. If you get a OK message, your program successfully deployed. If you get a fail message, first you have to check XML file, next you have to check solid. Okay. Now after that, your path, application path, you observe here /first var file name. It is running true. If you get a false here, again you have to check the XML file first, later solid program. Here always OK required, here true required, running true. Okay. Successfully deployed. Deployment is over. Okay. After that, write it. To run the above application, open the browser, type the following in address bar. http://localhost:8082:first/test. Open the browser, type the following in address bar. I'll explain with Eclipse also. I'll explain with Eclipse. This is first program manually. After that, Eclipse. Open the browser, type the following in address bar. Open the browser, type the following in address bar. Is it over? http://localhost:8082/first/test. I'll explain, write it. Okay. Is it over? Your doubts, end of the session, I'll clarify. Just note down notes. End of the session, I'll clarify your doubts. Listen, I'll explain. Already I told 3 days it will take, I explain. No? Now, here, after this, browser you have to open. Open the browser. Now we have to type http://localhost:8082/first/test. If I press enter key, you are getting output. Welcome to solids. Okay. This is a procedure every day. It is manually, but if you do with Eclipse, within a 1 minute you can complete. Within a 1 minute. Okay. It is with Eclipse. What will happen? Rapid application development is possible. Actually, from here on, this topic onwards, you have to use Eclipse, because this procedure is, it will take more time, no, for developing this application, more time. But a core Java application, JDBC application, these all, if you develop, no difference between Eclipse without Eclipse. Any difference appears? Only that compilation process very quickly appears. That's it. But this process, it will take more time. But this is very quickly possible in Eclipse. Okay. Now, welcome to solids. We got it. Now, the program, writing program completed and output you have seen. But so many doubts. What is HTTP? What is localhost? What is 8082? What is first? What is test? Why XML? Why we cannot write only directly without war file? Why we war file? So many doubts will be there. No? Those all I'll clarify. Now, from here onwards, first, once again, just you observe what we did. You observe. First, what we did, we created one folder. In this folder, what we created, one more folder we created, that is webinf. Okay. In this webinf, we created one more folder, that is classes. Okay. In this folder, one more we created. We written Solid. First Solid.java. This is we compiled. We got it. First Solid.class. After this, we written XML file here. After this, we written web.xml. Okay. After this is totally, I made it one pack. That is first.var bundle. First.var. After this, I started server. This is I copied. I started server. I copied. It is Tomcat web server. Okay. After that, I opened browser. I opened browser. From browser, I send one URL. Then my request passed. Then we got output welcome. This is your scene. Okay. Now each and every word I'll explain. Listen with more concentration, and while giving a notes also write it. Okay. Say once again, just you observe. We created this folder. Later this folder. Later this folder. We written Solid. We compiled. We written XML. This totally I created as war file. This war file I copied in server. I opened browser. I send request. We got a response. This is your scene. Okay. Now, first of all, execution. Last step what you have seen, we written like this. Like this. Now from here onwards, I'll give a notes. I'll explain. Okay. Write it. It is called as URI. It is called as URI. URI equal to URL plus URN. URI stands for Uniform Resource Identifier. URL stands for Uniform Resource Locator. URN stands for Uniform Resource Name. It is called as URI. URI equal to URL plus URN. Here HTTP if I write like this part is called URL. This part is called URN. URL. URN. This totally called URI. So URL means just set a location in that resource, that a name. Both if you add, it is called identifier. Now up to 8082. What is HTTP? What is localhost? That is also I had to explain. First write it. See, up to 8082. Which server we are using? Tomcat. That is location. In the Tomcat, which resource? First test. First war file test URL pattern I'll give. This totally called URI. Okay. Suppose in real time. Real time. What is URL? What is URN? What is URL? Explain. It is in our application like this we are calling. First, is it over? Now, suppose in real time you are writing like this: http://www.google.com. Suppose here by default one file name will be there, index.html. So this is nothing but Google server. It is location. In that location, you are requesting index.html page. Nothing but it is a home page. URN is totally called as URI. Okay. So in a google.com website, you are requesting index.html page like that. But that is location, that is name. If you include URI. So you are requesting for index.html page. That page in which server? Google server. Google server is called location. In that location, that is called resource. Resource name. Totally called identifier. Write this one. But that page no need to write. Default page. That is default page. I'll teach. In a Tomcat also we can make it default. Possible. URL, URN, URI. So in a Google server, you are requesting index.html. In a Tomcat server, you are requesting first war file test URL pattern. I'll explain. Is it over? URL, URN, URI. No, no done. HTTP. Write it. HTTP stands for Hypertext Transfer Protocol. HTTP protocol HTTP stands for Hypertext Transfer Protocol. It transfers hypertext. It transfers hypertext. Hypertext means HTML text. HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language. Hypertext Markup Language. So the protocol, what it will do, it transfers hypertext. It transfers hypertext. HTTP stands for Hypertext Transfer Protocol. In that name only it is there. It transfers hypertext. Hypertext nothing but HTML text. But in this program also by default HTML will be there. That is, you'll see further. You'll understand. So without HTML, internet application is not possible. Without HTML. Solid if you use also HTML required. Here by default HTML will be there. So HTML compulsory to develop internet application. HTML compulsory. In this program also HTML implicitly present. I'll show you. Okay. HTTP stands for Hypertext Transfer Protocol. It transfers hypertext. Hypertext nothing but HTML text. HTML nothing but hypertext markup language. With HTML already studied, no? Those who didn't study, you compulsory learn HTML, CSS, JavaScript batch also attend. See, whatever you are writing program with HTML, that is text is called hypertext. That text is transferred server to browser, browser to server by this protocol. Next, write it. HTTP protocol used by server and browser to communicate on the web. HTTP protocol used by server and browser to communicate on the web. Why we are calling web? Already I given diagrams also, explained also. Internet application we are calling www web, no, world wide web. Worldwide total geographical area, all networks connected together like a web. That is the reason internet we are calling like a web. I given, no? So like this internets are connected. See, networks are connected together like this. Here Yahoo server, here Gmail server, YouTube server, Google server, Facebook server, like this. All servers connected like this. That's what we are calling web. That is network of networks connected together. Say I'll given topologies, star topology, bus topology, ring topology, like that. That is web topology, like all networks connected together like a web. That's the reason word we are calling web. HTTP protocol used by browser, by server and browser to communicate on the web. Okay. Next, local host. It is a domain name. It is a domain name. If the Tomcat server installed on same computer, then use localhost as a domain name. Otherwise, use computer name as a domain name. Now, if the Tomcat server installed on same computer, then use localhost as a domain name. Otherwise, use computer name as a domain name. In which computer Tomcat installed, that computer name you have to write as a domain name. The Tomcat installed in your same system, then localhost. Say http://2 localhost 8082/first/test. First, what are these? Here, it is nothing but protocol. It is nothing but domain name. It is nothing but protocol. It is nothing but domain name. It is nothing but port number. It is nothing but war file name. It is nothing but URL pattern of first solid in web.xml. In a web.xml /test I written. That is. I'll explain. See, if I write like this, first solid program executed. How it is executed, I'll explain. If you're writing in a browser window like this, but backside first solid program executed, no? But how first solid executed? I'll show you. XML I didn't explain. I would explain. So HTTP is a protocol. You are using HTTP means your browser communicating with server. Server where it is? Same system. Which server? Tomcat. Which war file? First war file. Which solid? First solid. That URL pattern I written. Like that first solid program executed. I'll show you. So if you write like this, what will happen? My browser communicating with server by using HTTP protocol. But server in same computer. Which server? Tomcat server. In that server, which war file? First war file. In that which solid? First solid. Because first solid URL pattern I written. Okay. Why these all? I'll explain. Why we cannot write directly first solid? Why we are writing test? Why other name? I'll explain. One program complete word by word if you understand. Second program onward, same procedure. Okay. Is it over? Protocol, domain name, 8082 port number. Now, write it. Tomcat server default port number is 8080. Tomcat server default port number is 8080. Wildfly server default port number is 8080. Oracle server default port number is 8080. WebLogic server default port number is 7001. Tomcat server default port number is 8080. Wildfly server default port number is 8080. Oracle server default port number is 8080. WebLogic server default port number is 7001. Now, see, in my system, Oracle server is there. Tomcat server is there. That number, this number 8080. Then how it will work? That is the reason I changed it. Okay. That when I switch on computer, then only Oracle server started. Oracle by default started. That is the reason. If I type 8080, it is asking Oracle username password. That is the reason I changed it to port number. So majority of the server's port number by default 8080 is there. That is the reason we have to change. We are already in my system. Tomcat is there. Oracle is there. Oracle server already started. Oracle, when you switch on computer, only started. That's what we need to change the port number. How to change the port number? Already studied. No? Like that you can change. If you are unable to change the port number, what you do is like this. First to open Notepad. If you are unable to change Notepad, right click, run as administrator, click on yes button. After getting this one, file, open, C drive, program files, Apache Software Foundation, Tomcat, CONF, here, all files, here server.xml. Like this you open. then you can modify. If you are unable to modify, then follow this one. So what you do is, if you are unable to change, it is not allowing to change, you are getting access denied, you are getting access denied error. In that situation, open the notepad. While opening notepad, right click, run as administrator, click on S button. The location find out, that is already given, notes are given, no? Open here, C drive, program files, Apache Software Foundation, Tomcat 10.0, CONF, here all files, here server.xml. Server.xml file location also already written notes. Yesterday or day before yesterday written, no? Yesterday or Saturday written. Now open. After getting this one, just to scroll down, here, connector port, many places will be there. Connector port 8080 appears, that is you modify. Okay, the port number can be 0 to 1024 to 65535, any number you can write, but that number also not working, again change. Okay, this is free port number range. This is while teaching JDBC only I taught, while teaching core Java network programming also I taught, socket programming time also I taught, no? Core Java class only I taught this one. What is port number, what is socket, what is server socket, all I explained. So free port numbers 1024 to 65535, those numbers you can change. This number is within the free port number range only, we can change. Okay, how to change? Screenshots also I shared in Google Classroom, you can see screenshots, PDF files I shared, you can see if you are unable to change. Now I change it to 8082, that is the reason I written 8082. Okay, say what is the meaning of this one? My browser communicating with server. Where is server? Same computer. Which server? Tomcat. Okay, in the Tomcat, which war file? First war file. Which solid? First solid, because first solid URL pattern I written. You are writing like this in real time. In real time, what you are doing? http://www.google.com. Okay, something homepage.html default, homepage.html or index.html, for every server some name will be different. Now here http, my browser communicating with server, my browser communicating with server, server in same computer, server in world wide web, internet, localhost nothing but here www. Where is server? Not here, that's what www. Worldwide searching, worldwide it is searching, but here it is searching in my computer only. So their localhost nothing but here www, here 8082 nothing but google.com. Okay, 8082 equivalent to google.com. So my browser searching, my browser communicating with server. Where is server? Worldwide, that is it is search. Which server? google.com. In that server, which page? homepage.html. Here my browser communicating with server. Where is server? In same computer. Which server? Tomcat. In that which war file? First war file. In that which solid? First solid. That solid URL pattern I written. Okay, now this is this line you studied. Now here after deploying, what will be happen? That is going to be stored in server. Actually what we did, you observe, C drive, program files. See, listen with more concentration first. I'll clarify all your doubts end of the session. Okay, like here they won't listen, later many doubts they'll ask. Every day they'll ask doubts, every day. After, see, now up to 9:20 I'll be here only. Almost 8:50 I'll stop the class, no? Half an hour doubts only, they won't listen. First listen class properly. First listen. If you listen properly, you will not get a doubt also. See. See. What I explained, port number. Now, after deploying, here actually what we did here, this PC, C drive, first tab. In this first tab folder, first.var will be there. Okay. It is we created. This is we created. After creating, this is I deployed in server. No, with a deploy button I clicked, then deployed. But where is server? Server also in the same computer. Server also here only. No, that's what here only copied. That is we can see. Now server also here only. That's what we can see. Now this war file I deployed. This war file I deployed. When I click deploy button, it is copied in server. See, where is server? Program files, Apache Software Foundation, Tomcat 10. It is server. It is server folder. In this Tomcat 10 web apps folder, web applications. In that, see, first.var. But you can ask one question. Why clicking deploy button? There only copy, here only paste possible? Okay, possible or not? See, you can open this PC, you can open C drive, you can click first tab, here you can select, right click, copy, right click, copy. Again, C drive, program files, Apache Software Foundation, Tomcat 10, web apps, here, right click, paste. Right click, paste possible? This is paste. You can paste, possible. But why opening Tomcat home page? Why clicking on deploy button? Now, here, suppose 5 computers are there. Okay, 5 computers are there. Now, in 5 computers, now these all connected together. These all already connected together. It is a network. It is all connected together. Your Tomcat server installed here. You are writing Java program here. This program you want to copy here. Now, in this system, right click, copy. In that system, right click, paste. Possible? Not possible, no? That's what you have to follow that one. Okay. So, Tomcat server in other system also you can copy from here. That's what you have to follow that steps. Then what you can do? Tomcat server here. You have developed Java program here. Then what will do? Suppose this is system 1. This is system 4. Then you can do like this. HTTP here system 1 colon port number 8082. If you type, you will get a this server Tomcat homepage. Now, actually what I written? Localhost I written. Now what I am writing? System 1. Suppose this is system 1. This is system 2. This is system 3. This is system 4. This is system 5. Okay. Now in this system, open the browser, type HTTP. My browser communicating with server. Where is server? System 1. System 1 server homepage opened here. That's what. If you click deploy button, what will happen? It is copied in system 1 server. Got it? That's what. Don't do copy paste. You follow whatever I taught. Okay? Because while developing project, server will not be in your system. Server will be some other location. Server may be in US also. You can deploy. That URL they'll give. With that you can log in, you can deploy. Okay? That's what. Don't copy paste. You follow whatever I taught. Now, this is created war file copied. When you deploy, automatically it is extracted. You see. Zip file unzip will make it no. Zip unzip. Like that. War unwar. That is extracted. Automatically extracted. So this location is called deployment location in a Tomcat server. This is not done. Now write it. War files location in Tomcat server. War files location or deployment location. On Tomcat server. War files location on Tomcat server. Write this one. War files location on Tomcat server. War files location in the brackets deployment location on Tomcat server. You can call it as deployment location. You can call it as war files location. So where is Tomcat in Apache Software Foundation? Where is Apache Software Foundation? Program files. Where is program files? C drive. But in a Tomcat server, web apps folder is there, no? That is location. Tomcat server location is this one. This is a Tomcat server location. This is Tomcat. In this is location. Okay. Now, our web application copied in web apps folder. Our web application copied in web apps folder. So if I open here, first.war. Okay. Now it is automatically extracted. I'm not extracting. When I click on deploy button, copied. When I click on deploy button, copied, that is extracted. Automatically that is created on folder. Now your doubt is the folder also you can copy. Possible, no? Creating war file is not required. That directly first step you can write first only, you can copy here. Possible. But when it is possible, if server is in same computer, this is all possible. Server in other place not possible, no? That is the reason you follow the same procedure. Now, first, see, meta-nf. Added manifest, you got it, no? This is meta-nf. This is web-nf, whatever we created. See, web-nf, classes, first solid.java, first solid.class, web.xml. Whatever we created, that is there, no? That is there. Here, manifest, which software we used, that information will be there. It is unnecessary for you, not required. See, which version we used. Manifest version, Oracle Corporation, that is 16.0.2 software used. That is not required for us. Now, when you create war file, that is information created. WebInf, classes, servlet, XML, all are there, no? Whatever I given. Now, after this, you observe. After this, what we did, see, my request, see, my browser communicating with server in the same computer. Server, which server? Tomcat server. In that first, then it will search for first. C drive, program files, Apache Software Foundation, Tomcat, web apps. It will search for first. First is there. Now, up to here request comes. From browser window, I typed like this. I typed here. Okay. HTTP, my browser communicating with server. Which where is server? Same computer, localhost. Which server? Tomcat server. In that, it will search for first. First is there. If first is not there, error. First is there. That first will be opened. In that, it will search for web-inf in capital letters. It is there. If it is not there, error. Suppose by mistake you written web-place, you written underscore. Error comes. That is compulsory. That's what that folder compulsory. Then automatically this file opened. Then it will search for web.xml. Suppose web.xml is not there. Again error. Web.xml is there. It will be opened. In this, it will search for test /test. /test is there or not? Yes. This is /test. It is matched, no? Whatever I given in address bar, this is matched. Then this is associated with demo, because these two I written in one block. You observe Sowlet mapping open, Sowlet mapping closed. That's what this name is associated with this name. Okay. Now again it will search for demo. Same name here also is there. So it comes here. So actually what is happened, in address bar I written test. Test associated with demo. Then control comes for demo here again. That one must match. After demo, what it comes? First Sowlet. Now it will search for first Sowlet in classes folder. That's what the folder name should be, classes. If you write any other, error. Now first Sowlet open. Now for this class, object created. Okay. After creating object, init method called. Init method not there. In superclass it is there. You studied already. Method is not present in subclass, superclass. Again not there. Again superclass. Again not there. Up to object class it will search, no? So superclass init method called. After that service method called. After that request received by request, response it will send response. With that one stream created, server to browser. With that stream, welcome to Sowlet transferred. Then you'll get output, welcome to Sowlet. But your doubt is why these many names in XML file? Okay. Directly you can write first Sowlet, then XML not required, that test not required, demo not required, this mapping not required, these all not required. Okay. Now here actually first Sowlet. Now suppose assume like this. HTTP colon localhost colon 8082 / first Sowlet. Like this you can possible, no? Now why first to why test this all. Now if you write like this, browser communicating with server. Where is server? Same computer. Which server? Tomcat server. In that first Sowlet. It is possible. Starting they given, but now changed, totally changed. Now, but by mistake, if you write F small letter, will it work? No. Okay. Is there any website? Google.com, G capital remaining small. Gmail, G capital, M capital, like that is there. Capital also write, works. Small also write, works. Mixed letters also write, works. Facebook.com, F capital, B capital is there? No. Small also works. All capital also works. Mixed also works. Assume like this only. First capital Sowlet, first F capital, S capital, like that. If this notation is there in real time, then what will happen? Facebook.com, F capital, B capital, suppose. Then operator, he may type Facebook small letter. It may not come. What they'll think? Facebook site is not there, they'll think. It will happen. No? So it should be operator point of view convenient. That is, Java programmer knows each word first letter capital, but other people they do not know. Java programmer knows each word first letter capital, but even core Java learn, advanced Java also capital letter, small letter, they are doing mistakes. Java programmers, Java people, those are learning Java only, but other people, those who are learning Java also, they are doing mistakes. See, same program, not working, they'll bring the laptop. When I check, capital letter place small letter place capital letter. Still in advanced Java class also, it's happening. Now Those who are learning Java only, they are doing mistake, but other people, they'll do mistakes, no, definitely. That's what other people purpose we are mapping. We are mapping. Now, first solid, that is programmer purpose. But suppose for example, solid program only, solid program only, instead of this first solid, you can write only test. Possible, no? But here, if you write like this, programmer will face the problem. There, if you write like that, user will face the problem. User point of view, convenient way you are write. This is programmer point of view. If it is test, all small letters is there. Now, suppose just assume there is no Java notation, no capital, no small, any type you can write. Then can you identify which is class, which is variable, which is method? That is programmer will face the problem. Okay, that is programmer will face the problem. So programmer will face the problem. Year notation is not there. Suppose year notation is there. Year notation is there. User will face the problem. That's what year user purpose this name. Programmer purpose this name. But user purpose that name, programmer purpose this name. But how server knows? With XML file. With XML file, server knows. Okay. But okay. First solid means test. But here one more name also we written demo. Why one more name? Test to first solid or first solid to test you can write, no? Test means user knows. First solid means Java programmer knows. But how server knows? With XML file, server knows. But one more name is there. Here actually Java programmer will develop application. Later he'll give to deployer. One more person. Deployer will write one more name that is given to user. So this name for user, this name for deployer, this name for Java programmer. 3 members are there involved in this. That's the reason. This is for user, this is for deployer, this is for Java programmer. These all notes I'll give tomorrow class. Still it is not completed to explain. I have to explain. Okay. Tomorrow I'll explain. After writing second program, you start practicing. Then you will not get any doubt. But still you may have so many doubts. That is tomorrow class. I'll clarify. Because it is not completed to explain.